You get to see him coming in right now. Austin Dulay, the fighting pride of the 615. This is the 615. Nashville stablemate of Caleb Plant. Austin Dulay coming in, but he is matched tough, going up against Diego Magdaleno. There's Diego coming in with the, he's got the country western look right there too. He's got the cowboy hat, and he is a veteran, and he is a good boxer. He's 33 years old, go to the tail of the tape. Dulay is only 24. He is the taller man in the fight. Reach advantage, a slight one for Magdaleno, but you see Magdaleno 31-3, 12 years as a pro. This could be a very good opening fight here in Nashville. Let's go to the ring, and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the Bridgestone Arena here in the beautiful city of Nashville, Tennessee, as Premier Boxing Champions present a big night of action coming your way. Fox PBC Fight Night, brought to you by Sweet Hands Promotions and TGB Promotions, sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. And at this time, we extend a special welcome to the brave men and women serving around the world and joining us tonight on AFN, the American Forces Network. And we introduce our three judges scoring this bout. From ringside, we have David Hudson, Mike Fitzgerald, and Benoit Roussel. All right, fans, here we go. Lightweights in the ring in a battle of southpaws, scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with gold and red trim, and representing the esteemed fighting family from Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in at 134 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 31 wins, 3 losses, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the respected veteran warrior, introducing Diego "Tu Fuego" Magdaleno. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner in this 10-round special attraction, entering the ring wearing silver trunks with blue trim, a proud native of Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 134 1/2 pounds. His record, 13 wins, 1 loss, 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the fighting pride of the 615, introducing Austin Dulay. And our third man in the ring, the referee in charge of the action, is Jack Reese.
Right here, right here. Austin, right here. Coach, come on the other side. Look at each other, please. All right, so these trunks right at the line. I'm gonna let them work in here. Yours are a little bit high. I'm gonna let them work in here. All right, mouthpiece. Put it in. Mouthpiece. I gave you both instructions. I want to just remind you, please listen and follow my instructions at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean, good luck.
Joe Goosen, I've always liked Diego Magdaleno. Just a good, solid boxer. He comes off a knockout loss to Teofimo Lopez, but he didn't look right in that fight. He said he wasn't right in that fight.
That's right, and you know, you got good reason to like him. He's a very clever southpaw. And look, he's got a rugged southpaw in front of him. All kidding aside about southpaws, you know how I feel about him.
You're frightened by them.
Love training him, hate fighting him.
Yeah.
But he's got a great trainer in Bones Adams, the former 122-pound champion. He had a great camp with him, he told us. So
yeah, first time with Bones Adams, again, former world titleist. And also, he was in camp last night. He had a fight last night in Anaheim. He was out there with Blair Cobbs. Cobbs won a close fight, but he flew in here to be with him. So first time around, and against Austin Dulay, 13-1, right out of Nashville, Tennessee. Again, fighting pride of the 615. And there's a good crowd here already tonight. Here are 3 fights here on Fox, here in Nashville, Tennessee. Brian Kenny with Joe Goosen and Lennox Lewis ringside. And this is a challenge. Dulay coming in here, Lennox, and he's match tough. He's going to have to work here to get a win tonight.
He is. You know, there's a definite speed advantage with Dulay. You know, I've been watching some of his fights, and he's got good quickness, good ring generalship, and he moves very well. He doesn't really get hit too much with too many punches.
Good shot there with the left hand from Dulay coming in after the jab. Only 24 years old. There's 1 loss, again, I mentioned he was 13-1. 1 loss to Chris Colbert, no shame in that. It's a rising star.
yeah,
And he'd gone to 130 pounds as well. He was stopped in the 7th, and he said that's the last time he'll be down at at 130. This is at 135 pounds. And Dulay does look fast. Lennox, you're right. He's got quick hands.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically staying in close to Magdaleno and making sure that he's not getting hit. This is the main thing. But he's just watching, looking for his openings, throwing out some right jabs there.
And that left hand comes off right off the jab. That jab is still out there, Joe, and that left hand comes firing.
Yeah, he's looking really quick right now, Dulay. And I'll tell you another thing. He looks much better built than he did against the Colbert fight because he's got 5 extra pounds. So he really looks a lot thicker and he looks a lot healthier. But again, the fight's early right now, and wow, they're both throwing really heavy leather. But Magdaleno was very clever, so let's see how this fight unfolds once he gets used to Dulay's style.
And you can tell Magdaleno is going for the body, trying to slow him down a little bit because he realizes he's a little faster.
It's a good combination there by Magdaleno a few seconds ago. 1 minute left here, again scheduled for 10. First round underway here in Music City. People coming out here tonight. Again, it's a big crowd already. It's a little warmer today. It was about 19 degrees in Nashville, which is cold even for you, Lennox, up in Canada. But people down here were panicking.
No, it's cold in Canada as well. 30 below.
Good little combination there by Dulay. Good crisp first round. Magdaleno comes back, more body work, but he eats a hook. And this could heat up quite nicely, opening things up. Magdaleno, a lot on the line. He's 33 years old. Been through a lot in his life. Again, anytime he has stepped up to the top level of competition, he has not won, but he's 31-3. And again, he's going to be a tough out for anyone. Says he had a very good camp with Bones Adams first time out. It's like he found a new family. Let's see if that can translate to success here in this fight. Underway, first round here in Nashville.
Looking good. Hey, you're looking great, baby. Let's go. Shine, baby. Hey, school.
Back here in Nashville, Tennessee, Brian Kenny with Lennox Lewis, Joe Goose, and Heidi Antral, Marcos Villegas as well. Part of the team here, round number 2, Austin Dulay against Diego Magdaleno. Dulay is the local fighter out of Nashville, Tennessee. He's got a lot of backers here tonight. Looks very relaxed. Pretty good first round as well. You see punches landed and thrown pretty much even in that first round. A tough round to score too, Joe.
It was because Dulay came out really strong, and then again, Magdaleno kind of figured him out a little bit and had some success midway and then at the end of the round with a couple of good shots. But in the corner, as we listened into during the break with the father, Fred Dulay, he was quite happy with Austin's performance, and he told him, just keep doing what you're doing. I like what I saw. And you know, I think he was encouraged by that first round.
You know, and Fred told us, we said, hey, what are you looking for from your son? He said, I want him to have fun. And he was smiling between rounds. And to be relaxed, Lennox, I guess that is vitally important, because if you're feeling the tension, that can suck the life right out of you early in a fight like this.
No, he's got really good poise, and the way how he fought the first round was good. You know, he counterpunched really well. You know, when Magdaleno hit him to the body, he came back with his own punches straight away.
Dulay tagging Magdaleno there with a straight left hand, whipping coming out.
You know, of course, when Dulay fought Chris Colbert, you know, he didn't have such a stationary target, so he had a very difficult time finding good, solid shots like that. But with Magdaleno in front of him like that, Kenny, he's going to look. I mean, that speed looks really fast right now. So he caught him standing there flat-footed.
So he popped him again there with the left hand. Came up just shy of full impact, but still caught him at a scoring blow. Boy, things are exciting. We're a week away from the heavyweight championship of the world. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Joe, hopefully we get to speak about that. We have a slight disagreement on that fight, that first fight, I think.
Oh, boy.
Just a slight... Lennox.
Yes.
You're going to need to referee this.
No, I will.
See things differently.
You didn't wait too long, did you, kid?
I'm popping it out there. You don't have to... You call me Mr. Kenny.
Oh!
There we go. Wilder, Fury, 7 days. Heavyweight championship of the world. Here we'll have a 168-pound title. Joe has already mentioned he thinks Caleb Plant is the best in the world at 168. We won't have a unified super middleweight champ, but Joe, it's interesting that you think Plant is already #1 in that weight class, and he wants to eventually unify.
Listen, I'm not to disparage David Benavidez, because I think David Benavidez is a monster, and I love seeing him fight because he's just seek and destroy. But I have to tell you, you know, with his performance against Durrell. You know, he gave away some early rounds or let Durrell box him a little bit, and that's something that Caleb Plant's really good at.
Final 10 seconds here, round 2. This has been a good, crisp fight here, and Dulay has started to open things up. A good body shot there by Magdaleno, answered immediately by Dulay.
Oh, here you see Dulay coming with that strong jab, followed up by the strong left hand straight on the chin.
All right, here we go. And then to follow it up, boom. There was another left hand, but a great counter hook by Magdaleno, which he's known for. So they both landed great shots there. Kenny, I got to tell you, I think Dulay is looking really good tonight.
Dulay looks terrific. Multiple left hands landing in that round.
And right hooks. He came back with that right hook really good, and he's hitting him flush too. So you need to watch out for that.
You can see the amateur pedigree as well for Dulay, like Caleb Plant was a successful amateur in Tennessee. Amateur boxing, 126-11 as an amateur fighter. Round 3 here. And he said he was just thrilled to be fighting here in Nashville, thought the energy would be amazing, and it is just that. Good crowd in here tonight. Dulay outlanding Magdaleno, took round 2, you've got to figure, as he starts to establish himself against a good veteran fighter in Magdaleno. And Magdaleno, too, Joe, to that point, is a guy who clearly has come in to win. He looks sharp, he looks focused. He's just in against a young, fast guy.
Yeah, we're only in the 3rd round here, and, you know, don't think Magdaleno won't catch up to him and land some of his own shots. But right now, Dulay looks like the faster, stronger guy. But Magdaleno's starting to close the gap a little bit on him.
And those are scoring shots, too, coming from Magdaleno. Good counter there by Dulay. Jack Reese, referee, telling Magdaleno to bring the punches up. Somewhat borderline, maybe perhaps a little low.
Jack Reese knows what he's looking at. He's came in from California to ref this fight, as a matter of fact.
Jack Reese, who was the referee for Fury Wilder 1 and did the famous count. And to his credit, he counted.
Yeah.
You had to count. You got to count. He counted to 9, too, on that last knockdown.
Yeah,
just want to give him credit.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, he did it perfectly. But you got to understand, in California now, and a lot of places, you've got to give the guys a sobriety test when they get up, which gives them a little bit extra time to recover. So in other words, you just don't count to 9 and then wave the other guy in the fight. You've got to say walk to the left, walk to the right, and make. Did you not see that?
How long did he take after that? I don't even know what Lennox. He's arguing. I'm not. Whatever.
Oh, we're always arguing.
Good left hand there by Dulay once again. I'm just saying he counted correctly. And you're saying the Wilder camp thought he gave him too much time, gave Fury too much time. Is that what you're saying?
Well, some people did. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Magdaleno has to worry about coming in, because when he comes in, you know, Dulay is so quick with that right hand or the left hand, he's getting caught.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Dulay looks really sharp there. He looks a lot faster than he did in the Colbert fight.
Dulay flashing out a nice.
Well, you know,
there.
he must have took something from the Colbert fight. Anytime you box a guy that's quicker than you and very skillful, and you do well against him, you've got to take something from that fight.
Dulay has won 3 straight since, although one of those wins was turned into a no contest. He failed a drug test for a diuretic. His trainer and father, Fred, says that he was on prescription medication for a kidney stone. He didn't file that, and so that had to be turned into a no contest. That's what they're saying. Dulay was very sharp here in the early going. Good boxing match again, scheduled for 10. Round number 3, all leading up to the super middleweight championship of the world. Caleb Plant, Vincent Feigenbutz of Germany, coming up later. Main event on the way. There's Caleb Plant. All business, 19-0, grew up 30 minutes outside of Nashville, Tennessee, in Ashland City. He'll be taking on Vincent Feigenbutz of Karlsruhe, Germany, coming up. Lennox, did you do these?
No, I was too heavy.
Joe Goosen, why would the hands on the inside? That's gotta be dangerous, right?
But, hey, you get used to anything, you know what I'm saying, Brian?
Do you ever have a fighter do that?
Yeah, a lot of guys.
I mean, with the hands on the inside?
Yeah, a lot of guys do this sort of stuff now. Yeah, they really do.
So that's new school, not old school, you're saying?
It is new school, yeah.
New school, all right.
But, you know, a lot of guys used to do push-ups with their,
with your fists
closed. It's just new stuff.
Interesting. Good fight here, round 4. Austin Dulay and Diego Magdaleno. Dulay in that's the red, blue, and white. Magdaleno in the Enfuego trunks. You see the punches landed in favor of Dulay. Again, a good competitive action so far. Dulay seems to be getting the better of it. But you see Magdaleno flashing out a jab. It's been pretty good action so far. Heidi Androl standing by. Heidi?
Thank you very much, Brian. Here with Fred Dulay, Austin's father and trainer. I saw him saying some things to you in the corner. What was Austin telling you?
He was saying that Diego was hitting him low a couple of times. So we're just gonna have to let the ref know, and we just won't put up with it.
What would you like to see from Austin in this round?
Just continue to do what he's doing. Keep his jab going. He's working his range, his distance. He's setting up his left. He's hit him a couple of good shots, so Diego knows he's got power now. Diego's face is starting to look like good shot, right there. We just want him to keep doing what he's doing. Keep the good range, keep his defense sharp, staying sharp.
Thanks so much. All right, Brian, back to you.
That was a good, hard shot there. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I thought that was a good shot. I mean, Dulay, all he has to do really is just wait, because Magdaleno's going to come forward. He's going to come into the punches. So his job is really easy, but Magdaleno needs to work harder. He needs to push him back to the ropes and get him, set traps for him in the corner.
There's that low blow that they were talking about right on the belt line. Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, that was on the belt line. A low blow is below the belt. Now, that being said, in this round here, Dulay complained to Jack Reese, and Jack Reese said, your trucks are high. That was a good shot. So, he's really not biting, taking the bait from Dulay. He's complaining about it.
Good point, and good combination punching there by Magdaleno. He went body and then head, so that's a bit of a shift as he gets a little more fluid here in round 4. By the way, I did notice that sobriety test thing that you slipped in, Joe. Lennox, did you notice
you brought up
sobriety test. How did Jack Reese give him a sobriety test?
Right, you brought up the count, and that's been a bone of contention with a lot of people, the extra time. But what people don't realize is that is a new rule in California that the referee has to take that extra time to have the fighter walk.
So you're defending it. You're saying there's no controversy. Are you saying there's controversy?
Well, no, there are people that have made it a controversy. And anytime
what do you think?
Wait a minute. Anytime you bring up anything to me, you know it's going to be controversial.
No, well, what do you think? That's what I'm saying. Why do you tell me?
I'm not in favor of that rule. I trust the judge.
I don't think it. Lennox.
Okay, time.
I didn't think he gave an inordinate amount of time as we're talking about the heavyweight title fight. That's a week away. Here we've got a nice lightweight fight. And look at Magdaleno going to work. Chasing Dulay now, get him up against the ropes.
All right, Scott, my break.
Scoring blows on the way in as well.
This is what he needs to do because, staying so far away from Dulay is only making him lose the fight. He needs to get a lot closer.
All right, here we go. That was an incredible round right here because both guys landed. There's a good left hand and a right hook by Magdaleno. Great shot.
You got to work on the inside. Once you're on the inside, you got to stay there and work, all right? Work. Hey, and don't forget, all shots have to be hard.
Well, there's Bones Adams with Diego Magdaleno, and that was interesting in that last round. Again, this is the first full fight camp and first fight that Diego Magdaleno has had Bones Adams as his trainer. They've known each other for years in Las Vegas, but in that round, Magdaleno, according to CompuBox, outlanded Dulay for the first time in this fight, 15-6. So things starting to turn. Speaking of Bones Adams, Heidi Androl is there now. Heidi?
Thank you very much, Brian. Bones, what did you tell him coming into this round, and what would you like to see more of from Diego?
Well, I need him to back him up some more, stay on the inside, get a little bit closer, make it a rough fight, because he's not doing anything when he goes backwards. He's just standing there. When he get close, they just stand there and hold each other. I need him to start doing some shifts and pivots and start just working on the inside. When he stays far away, he gets hit.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Coach. Guys?
Joe, what do you think of the advice from Bones Adams?
Well, he's exactly right because, Magdaleno, he likes to get on the inside. He's a rough fighter, and the closer he is, because he's a good body puncher, he'll be able to land the stuff right here. What's happening is, on the outside, he's getting beat to the punch by Dulay, because Dulay is really looking sharp tonight. I think it's the best I've seen him. He's boxing well and being a very accurate puncher.
And so I thought he was going to start winning going away. That is not how it's turning out now. Look, as Magdaleno is definitely, up on top of things. Go ahead, Lennox.
Yeah, no, he's supposed to at least throw more punches because he's allowing Magdaleno to actually score more punches than him, which is looking good for the judges. So the judges is going for Magdaleno. So Dulay needs to do a little bit more work, a little more jabs, more combinations, and especially in this round, else it's gonna drift away.
Marcos Villegas is here scoring these fights. Marcos, what do you have?
No, I totally agree with Lennox. I actually gave the last 2 rounds to Diego Magdaleno. I have it tied up 38-38, and the reason why I gave the last 2 rounds to Diego, he's been more active. He's been landing the better punches. The first 2 rounds, Dulay was aggressive. He was landing the better counter punches and the cleaner punches, but so far it's been a momentum shift, and Dulay needs to be more active.
Yeah, Magdaleno there, Marcos. Thank you very much. Magdaleno, just as you were speaking there, with a nice 4-punch combination. Eats a jab there from Dulay, so we've got a fight heating up. Magdaleno imposing his will. Yeah. Fighting much more fluidly.
Yeah, Dulay needs to be forced. He shouldn't be waiting. Although he loves to counterpunch, but you still have to throw some punches to allow Magdaleno to throw some punches so you can counterpunch him.
And this, Joe Goosen, southpaw versus southpaw. You joked about it earlier, but we meet with the fighters.
I never joke about southpaw.
I know, because it's like arachnophobia for you. It's like, oh no, left-handed, what am I going to do? But this is lefty versus lefty violence.
You're
here.
in the fighter meetings with me, and you know these guys. That's a great hook right there. Man.
Magdaleno doing some excellent work inside.
Dulay needs to keep up his hands because this is a dangerous spot.
Magdaleno feeling it now, getting the rhythm going, landing to the body, coming up to the head. Dulay seems to be
bothered by those body punches.
Yeah, no, it hurt a little bit. Again, I don't know if he's dampened down somewhat at the very least. Final seconds here as Diego Magdaleno comes in, eats a shot.
Oh.
Was that low?
That was on the hip.
I don't know if that was low. Again, he's down. That Jack Reese is saying what? He's saying it's low because otherwise he'd be counting. So he's not ruling it as a countdown. A knockdown, excuse me.
Right there. Go in that corner. Diego, come here a minute. This is like the 5th time you're really forcing my hand. You do that again, I'm going to have to take a point. You got to stop this shit. And don't use the elbow to push him when you got him against the ropes, okay?
Joe, was that low?
Yeah, Austin,
that one was on the hip.
When you're ready, okay?
A little below the belt.
I don't know about that. The guy reacted like he got hit in the cup. Like
no, you're going to see it hit him on the side.
Well, again, there was a shot. Again, they're starting the clock. He's got 4 minutes. He can take as much time of that as he wants to recover.
And then in the situation, sometimes you can hit the cup, and the cup could hit the soft spot.
Right. So I really see that was a sweeping left hand that he threw.
Yeah.
You ready?
And it landed right on the side.
Yeah, but he was still affected.
That really took his leg out from underneath. That's what it did.
That's the final seconds of that round, so we'll definitely get back to that and take a closer look and see exactly where that was, because Dulay went down hard. Now here's a look at what was not ruled a knockdown. There's a hard shot, and okay, so that is low from Magdaleno, just under that belt.
Yeah, it was a sweeping left hand. It caught him right there on the side. It wasn't flush on the cup at all, but
Jack Reese made the right call.
I don't know about flush on the cup. It did affect him. Went down like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, for sure.
So ruled a low blow by Jack Reese, so he didn't start counting, not a knockdown, and it appears that Jack Reese made absolutely the right call. Exciting fight, going back and forth. Early rounds, if not dominated, won by Austin Dulay of Nashville, Tennessee. But Diego Magdaleno has come on strong in these last several rounds.
Yeah, Magdaleno's going to have to be careful because right now he's on the razor's edge when it comes to the referee right now. If he even goes halfway low, he's going to get a point taken away from him.
And Joe, to that point, I even like the way Jack Reese handled that, saying, hey, you're forcing my hand. Don't make me take a point away. You don't want to impose yourself on that. Good body work there, and that looked legal. That's a legal shot there from Magdaleno.
Jack subtly went over to him and said, keep those up.
Yep. But that was he can't shy away from throwing body shots, though, Lennox, right? You got to throw them.
He's got to throw them. He has to be careful where he's throwing them. He's got to place them more and look where he's actually punching.
Because that's his bread and butter, too. That's where he's having success.
Oh, yeah. He wants to slow down the faster guy.
Dulay came out like gangbusters. Look outstanding. And again, he's a 24-year-old kid on the way up 13-1. His only loss, as mentioned, to Brooklyn's Chris Colbert. He's one of the top rising stars of the sport.
Now they're interim champion.
You're going to go there? Interim regular, interim special, silver? What is this? Could be a future world champion, right? He's got a belt.
He's got the interim title.
Okay. Wow, snaps the head back. Magdaleno pressing forward. And Dulay has to fire back just to defend himself. Magdaleno has gotten to an outstanding rhythm here.
He's really starting to put pressure on right now.
This is what we're talking about. This, again, impressive boxing. He said he was not right in that last fight against Teofimo Lopez, and that's where you can't afford not to be right. But he's always had this type of talent, and now with Bones Adams in a full camp, we're seeing that come to fruition.
Yeah, he's starting to run Dulay around the ring now, and Dulay's actually kind of covering up a lot and not punching back as much. I think the body shots have really gotten to him, and it's going to open up the head pretty soon.
Just good, hard, consistent work by Magdaleno.
And Magdaleno hasn't done anything. I mean, he has done something. Dulay hasn't done anything for the last couple minutes in this fight, and Magdaleno realizes that, so he's put on the pressure a little bit more, which he should.
I think in the rules of engagement, Lennox, if they are mixing it up and throwing, there's a nice shot by Dulay. Magdaleno seems to get the better of it. Not right there, but if they're both mixing it up and going at it.
But Dulay's definitely getting outworked here. Even though he's throwing some really good hard shots, firing back here and there, he's getting outworked. Even that was a great left uppercut from Dulay. But Magdaleno's outworking him.
Yeah,
Brian.
Dulay needs to step on his jab a little bit more.
Good hard body shot again by Magdaleno, and then he comes up with a hook to the head. Now strafing across with a straight left hand. Good hard work here by both fighters. Magdaleno imposing his will in the final seconds of round number 6.
Stop punching.
Good scrap here in Nashville. It's kind of a crossroads fight. Austin Dulay, the hometown kid, 24 years old, on the way up. That low blow from Diego Magdaleno, not ruled a knockdown. That was a low blow, but Magdaleno, you can sense here, fellas, has kind of changed the energy in this fight.
Well, Dulay's father, Fred, was really saying, hey, look, you don't have to move so much, and you better pick up the pace. He feels that the fight is slipping away from him at this point. He said he had 3 more rounds, but he's actually got 4 more rounds left. And, so I think he's actually seeing what's going on in the ring, and he's right.
Beautiful right counter there by Magdaleno. Let's go back to Marcos. Marcos, how do you have it?
I have it 58-56 for Magdaleno. He's just really imposing himself, forcing Dulay out of his fight. I think Dulay needs to be able to try to push Magdaleno back, because it's all been him coming forward, landing these punches. You see there, a straight jab, and he's been getting these rounds because of that.
Oh, down he goes!
Over the belly.
4.
Jack Reese is starting
5,
to count. That was a legal
6,
shot.
7, 8. You good?
Yeah, it was. It was legal.
Give me the gloves.
Body shot knocked down for Diego Magdaleno here in round 7. Let's see if Dulay can survive. A lot of time left. About 2 minutes to go. He's hit almost to the body again. He looks like he's complaining. Jack Reese warning him again, but that's an interesting flow. He's still got to be able to deal with it.
Well, he found Dulay's Achilles heel, even though it's on a straight low. That was right in the belly, and he didn't like it.
Another hard body shot there by Magdaleno. Dulay. Now maybe that was low. He goes down there. That was a low shot. Now Jack Reese.
Hey, I'm watching. Start a 5. Start a 5. Stay right there.
He's going to take a point.
Stay right there. Stay right there. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Dude, but you're going low. You can't do that. You're forcing my hand. Stay there.
Great job by Jack Reese.
So now he has not ruled out a knockdown. That's a low blow. He said start the count. 4 minutes.
You got a couple
Magdaleno,
more minutes?
it's weird, fellas, because he's having success. He looks like he's about to put him away, but then he'll hit him low, and he could lose this fight as a result.
Hey,
Dulay looks like he's going to throw up in the ring. He seems kind of sick. I don't know if that affected him, his belly or what.
Well, no, he's getting hit down low multiple times, probably legally and illegally.
I'm not done, but are you good?
See,
I got a
now
couple
Jack
things
Reese
to do
saying
here.
you're good. Yeah, he's got 4 minutes. He should take all this time, right, Joe? I mean,
still
you've got
time.
Most
What are we
fighters
at?
feel that pressure. You can take all the time.
Yeah, of course. If I'm not mistaken, you get 5 minutes total. But the bottom line
Relax.
is this: is
You
that
good? Stay there.
Magdaleno just
Stay
he
there.
won an extra point with the knockdown, and he just gave it back.
Here he goes. We're taking away a point.
Yeah, of course.
He's giving him enough warning, so
Low blow.
this is what he needs to do.
Gotta keep
I think
him
he
up.
appropriately
You go over that corner.
administered that as well. Gave him plenty of warnings. He
now?
knocked him down again with a low blow.
You know, Brian. All he had to do was just go to the head. He had him so hurt to the body. That's when the head opens up for you. He should have just gone to the head.
A lot of time left in round 7. Magdaleno, you can see the urgency, feeling it. Still throwing shots. Dulay is hurt again to the body. He's already gone down from a body shot.
But I got to tell you, one straight blow again.
Yeah, and you know, there's 2 points off. You can't afford that, so he's got to really be careful and place those body shots that he's trying to do to Dulay.
And as far as forcing Jack Reese's hand, eventually it becomes a DQ. You just can't continue to do that.
He ought to just forget about the head and the body for a while and stick the head. Even those
he's still having success.
Those were good body shots there.
He's causing Dulay to hold on, so that he's doing the right thing.
Let's see right
there. That's right on the hip. Lennox, can you like consciously stop doing that if you're a boxer doing things, some muscle memory?
Yeah,
because clearly he has having trouble.
You can, but he's not abandoning the body blows. He's doing the right thing. You got if he wants to keep it above the waist and focus on that, he can do that.
And Magdaleno there, the last like 7 or 8 shots have all been to the head. Now he throws a body shot, answers back. Magdaleno putting his foot on the accelerator now in the 7th round. Good counter shot again by Magdaleno. Let's see if Dulay is going to need this full minute to try to recover. So there was a low blow knockdown and there was a legal knockdown in that 7th round. So we step aside here in Nashville, Tennessee. And as we go, we'll take another look. Magdaleno with that body shot. That's legal. That's a knockdown. He lost the point afterwards. But we've got a barn burner here to open up here on the Fox PBC Fight Night in Nashville. Well, there's Vincent Feigenbutz out of Karlsruhe, Germany, the KO King. He's only 24 years old, an 8-year pro, no amateur career, stepping up and getting his shot at the title. The IBF 168-pound champion Caleb Plant, hometown kid. Speaking of which, Austin Dulay is from here in Nashville, and he's got his hands full. He's been knocked down in that last round. Diego Magdaleno, in his first fight camp with Bones Adams, both from Las Vegas, has looked terrific in the last few rounds. And you see Marcos Villegas, a rare 9-8 round in the 7th. Magdaleno had the point taken away, also gained a point with the knockdown. See the body shots, 52-4 in favor of Magdaleno as we're in the 8th round. So on the body work, and over half of Magdaleno's punches landed have been to the body.
This is where Dulay needs to really step it up. He can't be sitting around waiting. I mean, you know, he's looking for that perfect shot. Sometimes this perfect shot is never there, so you've got to do some work around it.
That's exactly the point his father was making in the corner in between rounds. See, so he sees the fight slipping away. He sees that his son is having problems with Magdaleno down the stretch.
Well, the starch has been beaten out of him, really. I mean, all those body shots. Plus, look, you can make the case some low shots. Magdaleno beautifully to the head there with the right hook.
You're right. Yes or no? Good.
He got buzzed by that left hand right hook.
No, he also got headbutted as well. So.
A good point, Lennox, because that's what Jack Reese was looking for, saying he's shaking his head. Crisp shot again from Magdaleno. Started slow, Joe, you were right. Started slow, but he would have an answer. And he was slow and steady to take over in this fight.
Magdaleno is throwing a lot of punches, but Dulay is not coming back and answering the punches. And this is what he needs to do. He's allowing Magdaleno to throw like, 10 punches without answering it.
And Lennox, you can see he just has it going on. I mean, the rhythm is there, his energy is there, everything. He's had a beautiful camp. He said, look, I'm coming out here, I'm going to work. I didn't bring my brother. His brother's an outstanding fighter. I didn't bring my family. He goes, I'm going to work. I'll be back on Sunday. So he could go back with a very big win that would revitalize his career here tonight.
Well, at this point, you got to give Bones Adams, his new trainer, a lot of credit.
No doubt.
Former champion. And right now, what Magdaleno's doing, he's making it really, by throwing as many punches as he has, he's really making it impossible for Dulay to really fire back. He's too busy defending himself right now.
And, Magdaleno is showing his experience, he's showing his age, and, this is what he needs to do. Go in there, once he senses the win, throw those punches. When nobody's punching you back, throw more.
It's been a big round for Magdaleno. You're right, Lennox. Just a disparity in the punches thrown. Just letting it fly. And again, the energy level is just not there from Dulay.
Yeah, Dulay's just waiting. This is not a fight you wait for.
In all fairness, Dulay did sneak in a nice little left uppercut, but too little too late.
Now Dulay lunges forward, trying to make something happen here in the final seconds.
Cut.
Well, we've had a low blow fest here in Nashville. We've seen some good body work from Diego Magdaleno, but also some illegal shots. Twice he puts Austin Dulay down with the illegal punches. Dulay hurt multiple times, and he just looks like a guy who has been beaten down in this fight. What could rescue this for Dulay? And what, Lennox, is there anything technical that you could bring to Austin Dulay to help him here?
Yeah, I mean, what he can do is throw more punches and even start off with the jab. Anytime Magdaleno's trying to come in, throw that jab first and create some type of movement from Magdaleno so he can throw his left hand in there. But he needs to be throwing a lot more combinations punches, not just 1 and 2.
And Magdaleno has changed this whole fight. We start round 9. According to CompuTrack, first 5 rounds, only 3% of the fight spent in close range. The last 3, 56%. So that's Magdaleno getting close and throwing combinations. Again, more combinations and all to the body by Magdaleno, all of those clean.
And no answer from Dulay.
Another body shot.
That one hurt him. That buckled him a little bit.
It did. He was affected by it.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, he's feeling it.
Magdaleno really able to sit down to those punches and dig in. The shorter man, again, he's got a wealth of experience. Another body shot lands with the left hand.
Listen, in California, where Magdaleno's from, he's had a lot of sparring, a lot of work there, a lot of fights out there. This is the type of style of fight that they bring to you here. And look, this is a new experience for Dulay. You can tell he's never been up against a guy like this before.
And it's interesting, Joe, too, because the way he started, he looked so sharp. Again, young, fresh, good combinations. It's not like he's outmatched by a guy with a better fighting environment, but Magdaleno has just been able to put all of his experience and all of his hard work to great use. Let's go to Marcos Villegas and get his scoring right now. Marcos?
Yeah, Brian, I got it 77-73. Just feeling, overall Magdaleno's had a good series of rounds. He's the one that's coming forward. He's being effective with his aggression. He's scoring beautiful shots to the body that are clean. And just overall, he's throwing more and landing more of the harder, more damaging shots in there.
Without the point being taken away, it's being swept by Magdaleno over the last 7-8 rounds.
Good left hand by Dulay, but I got to tell you, he's got his hands dangerously low when Magdaleno's coming in. And he better be careful. But
well, he's got his hands low because he's protecting his body.
True.
He doesn't like those body shots.
That's true. That's true. Very true. But he's going to need a knockout to win this fight.
And he looks like a stationary target right now. Magdaleno still a lot of oomph on those shots. Able to move, throw hard body shots, come up to the head. Dulay misses with the uppercut. Slowing down just a bit. We're going to stay between rounds. Again, we're going to get ready for the 10th round. That's the 10th and final round. So we'll listen to the corners to hear what they have to say. And again, it is fascinating. We hear this every time we do one of these fights and we listen to the corner. Your support team means an enormous amount. And clearly what Magdaleno has been able to do in working with Bones Adams in his hometown of Las Vegas has just done him wonders for this fight.
Yeah, he came in really confident. He loves working with Bones, and he's doing the right thing. He's listening to Bones, and this is what happens in a fight when you have a great trainer and you listen to him.
Dulay there with the left hand, tried to fire that off as he still has a little bit left. We've got 3 minutes to go. We're going to go into the corners. We'll listen into both, and we'll hear what they say to their fighters in what has been a very good bout so far.
It's yours. You turn him like that, you get it. Listen, it's the last round. Okay, he's going to try to come out just like he did. Okay, don't let him go forward. Don't let him go too forward, baby. Last round. Hear me? Don't let him push you forward. Dig deep. Hey, everything that you love in this world, okay? Everything that you love in this world, baby. All right? Hey, for all the warriors that have come before us. Hey, for the city of Nashville, baby. All right? And for you and for Kaya. All right? Let's do it. Let's do this.
When did you do that? You can't do a hook? Yeah. They're really go over the top of it. Yeah. All right? But you haven't did that. That leaper, too. We're doing the jab, and he's walking his hands down. If you do a leaper with your chin down, dude, you don't like it. Do a big 10 round. Yeah. Big 10 round. Yes, sir.
For the city of Nashville, Again, Fred Dulay, Austin's dad, bring it up today for yourself as well. But it is dig deep time, Joe.
Well, right now, Fred was giving his son more of an inspirational talk, where in the corner with Bones Adams, he was getting a technical talk.
Right.
So, and he needs an inspirational talk because he needs a knockout to win this fight.
You see Marcos Villegas' unofficial scorecard, but he has Magdaleno taking control from round 3 on. He's got a knockdown in this fight, but he also has a point taken away. There's a hard shot by Magdaleno, who has just been in a terrific rhythm here after that second round. See the body shots landed. Wow, 64-5. Just a huge disparity in style and effectiveness.
Oh yeah, I agree. Dulay needs to work with some urgency for this last round. For the last three, 4 rounds, he's been doing the same thing. It's not working. He's been losing those rounds. This round, he needs to win. But it doesn't seem like he's making that impression yet.
I just think he had his shot at trying to figure out Magdaleno and do something, and that time has passed right now. And he's just going to have to survive this round, go to a decision, maybe hoping to get lucky, but as far as I'm concerned, he needs a knockout to win this fight.
I just don't, to your point, Joe, I just don't think he has it in him now. Again, the starch has been beaten out of him. And not just the body shots, not just the illegal body shots, I should say, the legal body shots, the head shots, everything that Magdaleno has been able to do.
I mean, Dulay is listening to his father, don't jump backwards, go forward, but he's going forward, but he's not throwing enough punches.
Well, and the ones that he is throwing, Magdaleno's got his number now. He's got his timing down. And he's really not getting hit with anything in succession. Maybe 1 or 2 here, but not enough to change the course of this fight.
Dulay now trying to pick it back up. He still has time. There's over a minute left to go in this fight. So he starts to land a shot, but there's a good, crisp 1-2 from Magdaleno. And again, and then a body shot, and another body shot. Magdaleno just doing consistent work, answering Dulay.
In all fairness, Dulay was trying to counter that stuff, but it was just falling short or going,
uppercut by Dulay as well. Good answer and a good exchange. Both men are bringing it, no question. And think of what this can do for Magdaleno's career. Again, this is lightweight, 135 pounds. He's 33. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, he's the older, smarter warrior in there right now.
But he's making a case for himself. But hey, he did get stopped by Lopez, Teofimo Lopez, who is a star on the way up. But he's a better fighter than that hard body shot. Dulay is hurt.
That was a good shot.
Buckled him there. Dulay trying to stay on his feet and try to end this fight on his feet.
15 seconds left, so Jack Reese is not going to get involved in this.
Magdaleno digging in again, right to the end. Dulay says bring it. Now he's firing what's left in the final seconds. Outstanding fight between the young kid, hometown kid, and a veteran who came here to change the trajectory of his career.
Let me tell you, if Dulay would have fought like that for the last 4 rounds, he would have done something.
Right?
I said Dulay came in here, he looked fluid, crisp, the faster man right away, and then Diego Magdaleno just went to work. Magdaleno, terrific. Again, that's, it's a lifetime of work, really.
Oh, yeah.
But was able to put it all together in a camp. There's Bones Adams again, former world titleist at 122 pounds, and they were able to make things happen tonight. It's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. You got to put it all together, Lennox, and that man did that tonight. So let's go back and look at this fight. This was an interesting fight, fellas. Austin Dulay came out sharp early on against Diego Magdaleno. Looked like the younger, faster, crisper man.
Yeah, and then Magdaleno took over by doing some great work, great body work, some of it below the belt, some of it above the belt, but the most of it was above the belt, and they were scoring punches and he was winning the fight through that.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it unfolded the way we thought it might unfold, which was Dulay early, and Magdaleno came on strong, about the 3rd, 4th round. He followed his coach's instructions and went after Dulay and really crowded him and swarmed him and roughed him up and threw a lot of combinations, and I thought he won the fight.
The end of the fight, Dulay really summoned what he had left. It was not enough against this man on this night. And again, Diego Magdaleno, he said his brother didn't come out with him. He said, look, I don't need a parade. I'm going to work. Came out here, and look at the body shots. 77 landed to 5, according to CompuBox. And Magdaleno outlanding Dulay 144 to 57 from the 4th round on. Let's get the decision. This could be interesting. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, the judges are in agreement. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Benoit Roussel scores about 97 to 91. Judges David Hudson and Mike Fitzgerald both scored about 96 to 92. All three in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, Diego Magdaleno.
Now, Dulay looks puzzled, and I don't know why. I mean, I know he's in the fight. He's not there to judge the fight, but I believe the judge has got it absolutely correct.
Let me tell you, you can't judge your own fight. You know what I mean? You got to listen to your corner, and you know he looks like he can't believe it. But Magdaleno did a lot more work in that fight.
Oh, I mean, from round 4 on, it was all Jesse Magdaleno.
Ryan, I think the father said it best. You can tell by the distress in his voice, his instructions, where he thought that he wasn't winning the fight.
Let's go to Heidi Endrell now. Heidi.
Obviously, you came into enemy territory. You get it done here. You know, let's talk about the body shots. Did you see something coming into this fight that you knew you would be able to exploit his body?
I know mentally I could break him down mentally. And if I attack the body, it's going to break anyone down. I knew from the get-go he was a young prospect. He's still coming up. He hasn't battled the uncomfort. So I came to give him a little bit of uncomfort, but clean. I knew a lot of the shots were low, but my plan of attack was, he is taller than me. For me to get my range is to find myself is getting close and nail him to the body to keep him at a distance. So that was my plan of attack from the beginning.
You know, you get the knockdown, then you get the point taken away for the low blow. Was consciously in your mind, were you thinking, I got to get my punches up? Were you thinking that?
Experience has everything to do with how I fight and what I do when I get in there. So I have that going me. I was able to maintain. That's one thing I did learn from the previous losses that I have. Is I lost my head, you know, and I lost the game plan. And I started throwing out the window. This time it took me, I took my time. Bones from the beginning of training camp told me, slow it down, take your time. But one thing before you leave, brother, thank you so much. You were a gentleman at the weigh-in. You were a gentleman the whole way through it, and I thank you and I applaud you. I applaud you for it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on a win here tonight for you, Diego. I know how much you wanted this and wanted to get back on top of things.
Yes, of course, I definitely do, and I definitely want to get back to my 3-year-old who's watching Daddy fight right now. I love you, Diego. I'll see you at home tomorrow.